get it. She say I'm the realest, all about my business. All in love with me.
It's true, baby.
A racist text scandal in Antioch. Those text messages between members of the police department have now been released.
Redacted report released by the Contra Costa County District Attorney's Office details racist, homophobic, and sexist text messages involving at least 14 members of the Antioch Police Department. Most of them we cannot show on air. They include racial slurs and derogatory pictures. FBI has been investigating the department for months. The report found the police officers may have violated the Racial Justice Act. It details potential civil rights violations and abuse of authority.
I didn't read anything. I just saw the images, and frankly, that was enough for me. It's very angering. To be compared to animals.
Antioch Mayor Lamar Thorpe said he scanned the report but did not read the whole thing because it's too triggering. Some of the texts discuss officers wanting to attack the mayor.
There were supervisors in these text messages. There were high officials at the police union in these text messages. And that, to me, speaks to a culture that accepts this.
It was a very difficult decision to make.
Annie Esposito is the assistant DA who made the decision to dismiss the charges.
Depending how the officers are involved, is it incidental or are they actual material witnesses? If they are material witnesses and they're not available, how are we supposed to proceed to prove the case? Not available right now, they're on paid leave, but their availability, I'm not sure, could be compromised in other reasons.
We're not gonna rest until justice is sought and it's found.
A gruesome and deadly crime in Antioch. Someone set a woman on fire.
Within the last 90 minutes, police in Antioch released photos of some jewelry that they hope will help identify a homicide victim.
Imagine making a fatal decision that will cost you your life, and then having two random strangers that have nothing to do with it burn your remains for no reason, just to be arrested but set free because the town and city you lived in, police department is so corrupted that the DA was forced to let him go. This is the Mykaella Sharlman story. The family of Mykaella Sharlman, a woman who died of an overdose in 2022, has spoken out after a Northern California prosecutor dropped the charges against the two men accused in her death. The men moved her body to a dumpster and set it ablaze using lighting fluid. Ashton, Montalvo, and D'Angelo Boone were charged with the arson and mutilation of human remains in the death of a 25-year-old woman in October. Sharlman was an aspiring hair salon owner and praise dancer at her church until she fell into a spiral of drug abuse. The medical examiner found she died on October 17 of a fentanyl overdose. The two men found her body in an abandoned apartment in Antioch. Instead of reporting it, they allegedly dumped her body in a dumpster, moved it blocks away, and set it ablaze using lighting fluid. Sharlman's sister testified that Mykaella was reported missing a week later without having known what had occurred, nor that they were robbed of their ability to properly lay her to rest. Now, Montalvo and Boone have had their charges dismissed because the investigation into their actions may have been compromised by the racist cops over at the Antioch Police Department. A dismissal at this juncture affords the District Attorney's Office the ability to refile criminal charges against Montalvo and Boone and seek legal actions if new evidence is developed. See, in this case, the prosecution of Montalvo and Boone for mutilation of human remains and arson on October 17, 2022, relied heavily on the investigative work of Antioch police officers who are associated with racist text communication. After thoroughly reviewing the officers' role in the case, applying relevant legal principles, and considering ethic responsibilities, the Control Coastal District Attorney Office no longer has confidence in the integrity of this prosecution. This announcement was a huge blow to Sharlman's family. The Mykaella case deserves an unbiased eye. The complete dismissal of the case, considering the evidence, eyewitness testimony, and surveillance video, was unacceptable. and devastating. We're getting ready to lawyer up. We're getting ready to fight, said Mykaella E, Sharlman's sister. This scandal came out after my sister's death. It shouldn't have any bearing on the evidence. And I will agree. Imagine, y'all, not only losing your loved one, but losing your loved one and having her remains burnt for no reason. These two guys, not only did they do the unthinkable, they are allowed to walk around in the streets as if they did anything. Because the police department corruption, a family is left to grieve, but not properly heal. Imagine if it was your loved one, if this was your sister, if this was your niece, your cousin, your daughter, your grandchild. Her life was already taken by an unforeseen mistake. But she didn't deserve this. Her family didn't deserve this. Her family deserved to leave their child, their loved one, their sister, cousin, auntie, to rest. And have justice be brought to the people who would do something so heinous. My question is, why would these two guys find this young woman's body in an apartment, an abandoned apartment, and not call investigators, not call, even knowing what we know, that the police department is corrupted there, they're racist. If you wasn't going to call the police, just leave the body there. As much as that sounds insensitive, I'd much rather for someone responsible to find Mykaella than these two bozos. So what y'all think in the comment section? Their family definitely deserve justice. And I think it's time to get justice for just us. Until next time, y'all be safe.